WUB Network, America's sports leader, is proud to present the Progressive Cup Series. We are live from Tiburon Raceway for the first race of the second round of the playoffs. It's the Chef Boyardee 500. I'm Eddie Kalegi. First off to Ed and Tripp for the Nabisco pre-race show.
On a beautiful afternoon in Orlando, Florida, welcome to the Nabisco pre-race show. I'm Ed Kalegi, joined by Tripp McGinnis, as we will be previewing today's Chef Boyardee 500 at Tiburon. Tripp, what can we expect?
Well, it's the first race of the second round of the playoffs and our final short track race of the year. Every short track race this season has come down to the wire, and with so much meaning in this one, expect more of the same. 25 laps around this grueling half-mile bullring should be tough, and lane choice is going to be key.
Taking a look at how we stack up heading into round two, some favorites like Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney have already been eliminated, while some of the more underrated cars, specifically Jamie McMurray and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., commit with a chance to continue their success. Kyle Larson is the highest seeded once again after a dominant regular season. Now it's time for our Subway selections. Tripp?
Denny Hamlin swept the Tiburon races last year and was on track for another solid finish here early in the season before having power issues. Denny Hamlin will get win number 6 at the Crown Jewel of the South.
Kyle Larson has several strong runs at short tracks to his credit this year. Look for him to finally break through with a win today. Now to Eddie Kalegi in the booth.
Thank you guys, and welcome to the bullring in Orlando, Florida. It's Tiburon Raceway. 25 action-packed laps await this 39-car field. Let's take a look at our drivers to watch for. So starting on the pole, it's Martin Truex Jr., a playoff driver looking for a strong run. His teammate, the rookie Erik Jones, starts second, not in the playoffs, but he looks for his first career win. Kyle Busch won the last short track race, the playoff opener at Martinsville. Chase Elliott has been strong so far here in the playoffs. He starts up in 4th. Jamie McMurray starts 12th after making the round of 12 in thrilling fashion. Kevin Harvick starts at the back after problems in the inspection line in qualifying. Not a command.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, star of the upcoming comedy Unfinished Business, Vince Vaughn. Driver!
Great command there from Vince Vaughn. The cars roll off. Let's take a look at our starting grid and see where everybody lines up here. So starting in row number 1, it's Martin Truex Jr., the playoff driver, and his teammate Erik Jones. Row 2 is filled with playoff drivers Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. Row 3, it's the driver just eliminated from the playoffs, Ryan Blaney, on his outside Joey Logano. Row 4, Kyle Larson, and a surprise up there, Eric Almirola. Yeah, moving back to row number 5, you got Denny Hamlin, Jimmie Johnson, a pair of veteran playoff drivers. Then following them in row 6, you got Clint Boyers, had a rough year, and Jamie McMurray in the 1. Then in row number 7, you got Brad Keselowski and Daniel Suarez, rivals after that wreck back at LA. Row 8, it's Trevor Bayne and the Dinger. Moving back to row number 9, it's teammates Ricky Stenhouse, Jamie Rockwell, both still in the playoffs for Roush. Then in row number 10, it's Matt Kenseth and Danica Patrick starting the top half of the field. Following them in row 11, it's Kurt Busch in the 41 just eliminated, and the 27 Paul Menard. Row 12, it's Austin Dillon and Michael McDowell in the 95. Yeah, row 13, you got Casey Kane in the 5, David Reagan in the 38, hot starting front row motorsports car. Row 14, Junebug, just eliminated after a terrible first round, and Ryan Newman. Row 15, Chris Buescher and Ty Dillon. And then moving back to row number 16, it's Casey Mears and the Italian stallion, Matt DiBenedetto. Going to the very back of the pack, Landon Castle eliminated after the first round, and Alexander Estrada. Row number 18 finds Timothy South and Cole Witt. In row 19, pairs Joey Gase and Kevin Harvick, who missed qualifying due to the inspection line, and also missing qualifying was the 98 of Chase Montgomery. Your DNQ for the race, it's just one, Garrett Smithley's 51 for Rick Ware Racing did not make it. Race facts, 25 laps, pit window 15 to 18 laps, tight corners, wild baking. Harvick won race 4 here, but starts from the back. First race of the round of 12. Late-breaking stories to pit road. Here's Deb.
Martin Truex Jr. starts on the pole today. After a solid first round of the playoffs, we'll see if he can get win number 2 in the season. Kirk?
Earlier this year, Trevor Bayne was injured in a horrific crash here at Tiburon and missed 5 races. Is he scared coming back? Of course not. He told me he's motivated to win. He out-qualified his teammates who are both in the playoffs. Many will be rooting for Trevor today.
Not the best first round for Joey Logano, but he's still advanced. Logano will look to run a little better this time around and advance in a lower pressure situation to the round of 8.
Thanks, guys. Tripp, are you ready? Yes, I am. Hold them, flagman. Green flag. Let's go. Let's roll. Here we go for 25 laps under the sun here in Orlando. Martin Truex Jr. with a good start. Yeah, look at Ryan Blaney diving down 3 wide already. Good battle for second already heating up. Kyle Busch on the inside, Eric Jones. Truex leads lap 1, Busch with the nose for second. Yeah, you see Kyle Larson. Look at Denny Hamlin already up to 4th. Elliott has drifted back to 6th here in the initial start. Now Hamlin and Jones battle for 3rd. Already lap traffic. That's the 55 of Joey Gase. Truex leads that one here on lap 3. Hamlin getting by Eric Jones. Yeah, look back here up there. Kevin Harvick already halfway through the field. Man, he is storming through the field. Well, he did win here earlier this year. Yeah, and he looks like he could have a winning car here. A lot of lap traffic. Truex, Busch, Hamlin, Larson, and then Eric Jones. Chase Elliott gets shuffled around by the 98 and makes a move to get 5th from the 77 who's fallen back. We're coming to lap number 5. Contact! Oh man, Stenhouse stack up. Ricky Stenhouse with a lot of damage after contacting the 98 there. Here's Kyle Busch, Truex, Larson, Elliott, Johnson, Harvick. There's Ricky Stenhouse smoking and headed to pit road. Stenhouse is going to pull in. Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with a lot of damage after banging that wall. Stenhouse, they're saying, they might have a little bit of engine damage. They're really going to try to repair and look into that car. But the 17 in trouble here in the round of 12. Lap 6, Kyle Busch, your leader, will be back after this commercial break. Wait! Oh, it's stripped by LeBron, and LeBron the other way. Look out below. Oh! Welcome back. Caution is out here after a hard lick between turns 2 and 3 for the 32 of Alexander Estrada. Yeah, he pounded the wall. Estrada's making one more start in that 32 next week at Talladega. Here's a replay. Yeah, tire went down. Oh, Boyer, the evasive action to avoid that. Yep, and hard hit there for Estrada. Yeah, big hit there. Pit stops here on lap 10. The leader's coming down. Let's send it to pit road.
Kyle Busch pulls into the pits from the lead, and his peanut M&M Toyota is perfect. No adjustments on the 18, just 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel.
While Denny Hamlin has climbed all the way to 4th, not all smiles for the 11. He says the car is wiggly through 3 and 4. Along with regular service, a wedge adjustment, and some pressure to the right front, and he's away.
Pole sitter Martin Truex Jr. pulls into his box and says the 78 is wild. A major wedge and track bar adjustment, some tape to the grill, and Truex is off pit road. Guys?
Thanks, guys. Here's a pick at your Tiburon fan predictions. Trip, what are you saying? Well, the guys who picked Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, they're all looking good. Kevin Harvick's charged through the field. He's the overwhelming favorite. It's really no wrong choices up here. Everybody's running well, maybe Pro Pail Cup Series with Junebug. Suarez was running 14th, but having drive shaft issues. He might be garage bound. They're looking into the 19 on pit road. Not good there. The rest of the Toyota's running well, not him. Ready to restart lap 13 and 25. The 18's been fast so far, and he's passed some good cars to get to the front. Truex has hung with the Kyle Busch the whole way so far, but we heard from Ed he's been complaining. Here's Hamlin and Larson, both usually dominant here, and they're approaching the leaders. Jones has fallen back like a rock. He's all the way back to 9th now. Stenhouse is back on the track after that contact, but he's 4 laps down. Kurt Busch is your Bash Pro Shop's lucky fish, and there were a lot of penalties here too. Kevin Harvick, who had made his way all the way back up to 13th in uncontrolled tire, he's in the back again. Junebug, he drove through too many boxes. Rockwell also had an uncontrolled tire, so 2 playoff drivers with penalties. Witt had too many men over the wall. Here we go, green flag back in the air, lap 13. Yeah, nice push by Hamlin on Kyle Busch. Look at Almirola going 3 wide. Eric Almirola not in the playoff hunt whatsoever, but he's into 5th and battling with all the playoff drivers. Oh, Kyle Busch gets loose. Yeah, he made some contact with the door of Truex, and he's going to get passed by the 78 and the 11. 43 coming at him as well. Oh, trouble. Jimmy Johnson through the grass, and he collects his teammate. Oh, come on, man. Caution's out, lap 14. Oh, man. Casey Kane's wrecked hard back-to-back races, and Jimmy's going to be in a hole again trying to get in, and he's, you know, it's hard for these drivers. I mean, if they're going to be headed to Talladega next week, and who knows what can happen there. Let's look at a replay. Oh, McMurray hooked him. Johnson hits the grass, digs in, and he turns. That was weird. That car hit the grass, and then watch it take this weird right turn, and Kane is running the inside, nowhere to go. We're ready to restart now with just 8 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. is your pole sitter. He's been strong all race long. Denny Hamlin's a 5-time winner here, and he's all the way up to 2nd. Eric Almirola's having a career day up in 4th. Yeah, we focus in on the playoff drivers, but what about him? Ryan Newman is your Bass Pro Shops lucky fish, giving us 26 in the lead lap. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Busch makes a 3-wide move. Oh, Almirola gets squeezed into the wall with Truex 4 wide for 4th for an instant. It's still hectic. 3 wide all the way back. Hamlin, Larson, Busch your top 3. Wow, that was crazy. Still 3 wide back there. Harvick charging back through the field. Oh man, this is chaotic. Oh, trouble in the wall. It's into Benedetto, Mears, and a 37, and the caution's going to come out again. 83 and 33 are both absolutely destroyed after this wreck. Let's take a look at a replay. Wow, let's see. Yeah, they're all bunched up. Oh, Kurt Busch got into the 83. 37 locks the wall, and then the Mears just plows into De Benedetto. Buescher was able to make to pit road. He's currently on the crash clock. He's been involved in wrecks in both races here this year, as has De Benedetto, as has Casey Mears. Now we'll be restarting with just 3 to go. Big restart. Denny Hamlin hopes for yet another win at Tiburon. He's been strong. Kyle Larson has been a factor all day, and now he's found his way towards the front. Michael McDowell is your Bass Pro Shops lucky fish. Green flag back in the air. Oh, what a restart from some of these guys. Elliott Davin, it's getting crazy. Oh, no! Oh, no! Up and over goes the 77 of Jones. A big crash, many chasers involved, and the caution's going to come out again. That was a huge crash. 4 chasers involved. That's Keselowski, Truex. Red flag is out. That was a terrible wreck. Elliott not happy with Busch. He's turning him under the caution. Oh, man, we got to see this. Ooh, Busch bumps him once and hits him again. Elliott in the grass. And wow, Jones gets propelled off the 78. Flips. That was a scary crash. You don't see flips at short tracks often. He got propelled off his teammate. Man. And then Keselowski plowed the inside wall. Here's your Nike Super Zoom. Yeah, that's a crazy view of this accident. Fortunately, Eric Jones is okay after taking a wild ride. They got to look into this aero package because that's how many flips this year? Well, we've had the airborne crashes at Dega, Daytona, Watkins Glen. Yeah, we're getting near 5 or 6. Red flag's been lifted. The cars roll back off. Heavy damage to the 3. He was in that second part of the wreck. Kyle Busch, not terribly much. Chase Elliott with some damage to the splitter and the sides. One last look. Yeah, Jones, and then watch the guys in the back. Dillon gets into Bowyer. Elliott hits Keselowski, and Keselowski bam in that wall. So after the flip, we're ready to restart in overtime. Remember, you got to make it to the white flag. Let's see what happens. Hamlin and Larson ready to battle it out for the win. Yeah, Larson was 2nd here earlier this year. Hamlin had some issues in that race. They're going to want to have a good run. Logano and McMurray are now up there. Harvick is up to 6th. Menard is your Bass Pro Shops lucky fish, now only 17 on the lead lap. Danica Patrick's up to 7th. Elliott and Busch have both met minimum speed and still remain on the lead lap, so they can still get some good points here. Dillon is 3 laps down. Keselowski, Truex out of the race. Green flag is back in the air with 2 to go. Oh man, Logano, but look at Hamlin and Larson. Almirola, there's Danica Patrick out of nowhere up to 6th. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. 1 lap to go. Can Hamlin hold off Larson? Oh, he blocked him through turn 1. Hamlin trying to hold off the 42. They've pulled away from everybody else. And Hamlin is diving it down and looks like he'll get there. Denny Hamlin punches his ticket to the round of 8 and wins the Chef Boyardee 500. This was a wild race, and Denny Hamlin survived this race of attrition. Denny celebrates his 6th win here. Then it's Larson, Logano, Harvick, McMurray, all chasers. Well, Harvick came from the back twice. Then Almirola, Kenseth, Danica, Rockwell recovered, and then AJ Allmendinger. Wow, that's crazy. Then Kurt Busch, Trevor Bayne. Yeah, nice run for Trevor after getting hurt here earlier. Junebug, Newman, Elliott, McDowell, Reagan, Busch. How about that? Elliott and Busch both recovered. Yeah, and Elliott got 15th. In the back, you see good runs for Joey Gase. He was 23rd. Only 27 cars finished. Montgomery had issues. Keselowski and Jones were in the crash. And then to the back, Truex, Bowyer, Blaney, De Benedetto, Mears, Johnson, Kane, Suarez, Estrada, all issues and did not finish. Just a crazy race. And get ready for this. Look at this round of 12. Right now, McMurray is in, as is Jamie Rockwell. Elliott is above the cut. Keselowski, Johnson, Truex, Stenhouse are all out. Hamlin's locked in. Larson is pretty much locked in on points. Yeah, but we're heading to Talladega next, so these points, this is just going to be chaotic. I can't wait to see this. So our next race is the Alabama 500 from Talladega. We hope you enjoyed today's race. Denny Hamlin celebrates win number 3 on the year and his 6th win here at Tiburon. Follow us on Twitter at Eddie Kalegi, at Trip McGinnis. We hope you enjoyed. I'm Eddie Kalegi signing off. We'll see you next time here on WUB Network.